Okay, I'm here. Hi guys. Going to stream for a while. A project that I won't tell you much about, but you definitely can see its development. Because it's still in an early stage. Hi. Yeah, quest memes. Let's do a meme review for quests. Definitely. Oh, also first time chat, but I suppose you're OG. Secret project, yes, Pika. Can't tell much about it, but yeah, I decided I can stream it because it's still so early in the development that you can't actually see a thing, so yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, I can tell you about the code, but not much more. Like, if you see the interface, it's nothing. It's just my, like, testing environment. Yeah, in a moment I'll recap what happened from the start of this project, and yeah, I'll tell you about what was done and what's there to be done. Because I have all the requirements and such, and I need to like tailor it. Oh yeah, have a nice meal, Fate. What are you eating? Tell us. Oh, you reminded me. Where's my water? BRB. Stay hydrated. No jokes. You can yeah, you can joke around on the stream chat because I do love your jokes. I think yeah, there's names on the Discord and names on the stream chat. There was a guy dropping some jokes and it was really nice. Yeah, village, character staking, NFT staking. Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, NFT staking is any like a parent class for character staking and weapons staking. Yeah, weapons staking. Thanks, Heinberg. Yeah, so yesterday I've done a lot of like inheritance. So basically, inheritance in an object-oriented programming language is like extracting something that's common for multiple classes to one class and then inherit over it. So yeah, basically it's parent-child relation. Maybe I have something opened up here. Okay, no, but yeah, basically think of NFT staking as a common ground for character staking and weapon staking. Oh, Pika, how did you guess? Maybe there's a name everywhere. like you can find it in text. Is this for village builder? It is like village builder. Okay, yeah, I wanted to like go over the flow once again, because yeah, yesterday I did the NFT staking class, and yeah, it's like general class for staking NFTs, you guessed it. Yeah, but thanks to this, character staking is like only checking the requirements, and if requirements are met, it can call the super. So super is NFT staking in this example, and you can stake IDs. So when you stake characters, you paste IDs here. They go through this flow, so checking for requirements, and if they are met, they are going to the super stake IDs. And super basically means the NFT staking, so parent. Yeah, and there's ownage check, some other checks. If there's if it's a first stake or a next one. So if it's the next one, you complete the previous one. Fate, don't be angry. I saw this message. I didn't see it earlier. Staking on OEC. I don't know. I don't know. Currently, after quests, I'm involved in this project, so you needed to ask on in the help or something. Okay, yeah, going through the flow, I have CryptoBlades here, so it's my local. I have some characters, so if I press fetch characters, I have the IDs here, and same for weapons. And I can stake them. So for example, if I try to stake character, it will break on the second transaction. Oh, also, what? Param map is not a function. Okay, let's see. Yeah, something's broken. That's fine. Also, there's a requirement for barracks, so I have to upgrade them. For ID 1. Building upgraded. How do I check the buildings again? Oh yeah. So it should take in like yeah, so barracks are 1 and any other building is 0. So not built. Yeah, so this is okay. I'm wondering what happened with character staking. Character to stake. Oh yeah. I changed the interface to take in an array. So that's why it broke. Because staking character will take place like 1 by 1, but the interface is the same for characters and weapons need bulk staking, so yeah, it doesn't matter. I can just paste one value, so array with length 1. Oh yeah, Fate, I love to like work with lo-fi on. Helps me focus, and also when I'm not talking to you guys, it's like not totally silent. There's something playing, so that's alright for like coding streams. Kurami, it's not stressful. It's just having like, you can't break anything when you're developing it on the like your development environment, so it doesn't matter. You can break stuff, and yeah, it's not working with real data, so it's not stressful. Maybe, yeah, it's a bit complicated when it comes to Solidity, but yeah. Oh yeah, also worked with interfaces. Yeah, Fate, I think I need like higher level on Twitch or something like that, and I don't stream much, so yeah. Maybe soon, because I like the addition of points. Yeah. Also, there was an idea of like I would have to like do an interface for that. I was reading about Twitch add-ons or something like that you can develop, because I have smart home, so you can like move stuff around, and that would be nice, like to make a donation and do shit in real life in my apartment. So yeah, 14 more. I think there are like other conditions. I would have to stream more, I think. Yeah, it was hard lately, so didn't stream much. It wasn't like enjoyable at all. So like for streaming, not not for me. Wasn't that bad. Yeah, but quests are alive, so I'm totally happy with that, and I can focus on Village Builder. Thanks, Pika. Yeah, and when it comes to like understanding stuff, like, yeah, start from the beginning. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, and for example, I can explain interfaces, because it was my first time working with interfaces in Solidity language. Oh, another follow, nice, thanks. Yeah, so interfaces are basically like when you have a real contract out there, so like characters contract or weapons contract. Oh damn, thanks. And you want to like interact with this contract, you like don't copy it and use it, because you want the real contract to. Nice, thank you. Follow train, exactly. Damn, are we on the streak or something? Nice. Yeah, so you build an interface, so you declare that there is a method get that takes an ID of a land, and it returns some values, basically. You point to the real contract. Thank you again. You point it to the real contract, and when there's the method that's declared here, you can use it in your code. So basically, I'm running CryptoBlades in the other window, like on the same blockchain, my local blockchain. So there are real contracts, and I want to use them in this project. So I defined interfaces. Is that your second account, Kevin? Just tell me. Because the name was like so close to one of the devs. Kinda, huh? Okay. Or is this your main account and you weren't followed? Not nice. Yeah, so interfaces. So basically I'm using characters interface, CBK land interface, and weapons interface. Yeah, that's the password. Sure. Hi, Levi. Dzień dobry, Levitate. Levi is always greeting me in Polish when he comes to the stream, so yeah. Guten Tag. Dzień dobry. Hello. Yeah, I wanted to repair the service. Character service, I think. Yep. IDs. Oh yeah, also the approvals. Set approval for all when there's many IDs and just one when there's one. I think I'll just copy it and yeah, modify it. I would have to like do something about it because it's the same thing, but from the different contracts. Okay. Oh yeah, connect it from up. Let's rename it, characters to stake. And let's map it to an array. Also, it's Saturday and my neighbor is drilling walls. But I don't think you can hear it because I tested it and yeah. Oh, come on. Template. Okay, let's see. Stake character. Not terrible. What? Oh yeah, I think there's an error in template. Yeah, text. And let's stake. It's not amazing. It's just like I wanted to stream badly today because yesterday I had a good day. There's a lot of progress in the project and all that stuff, and I was like so unhappy because I didn't stream it. Yeah, so I really wanted to show you guys. So yeah, here I am. Yeah, and also it's not like the weekend or something. I can work anytime I want, so yeah, if I had a day off during the week, I can stream on the weekends. So yeah, don't mind me. Okay, character is staked. Let's see weapons. Let's try to stake a weapon, or maybe 2 weapons, and it should break. Or not. Okay, that's a weird error. Oh, I think, yeah, there's a mapping stuff. Whatever. Why is it not showing the counter? I'm wondering. Yeah, there's a counter. It's going down. It's gonna blow. No, the basic idea for the timer is like there's a requirement in amount of things to stake, and then there's a time that has to pass. Are you really using BNB for every test? No, no, I'm not. This is called Ganache, and it's like a local blockchain. So basically, I'm running a local blockchain on my computer. I deployed on all the contracts from the game, and I'm interacting with a wallet that has like 100 ETH. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. That's not my money. That's fake rich. But you can flex. Like it's in real MetaMask, so it's real, I guess. Yeah, there's even like an environment, testing environment for every chain. So basically we have a testnet environment for CryptoBlades. And yeah, there's like the gas there and all that stuff is free. You just have to like use the faucet to get it. Yeah, Reed, I need it because I don't know why the camera is so like dark here. Because it's the middle of the day, and if I like move the curtain away, it's more light coming in, so I need to have a light here, I guess. Yeah, so sorry about that. Maybe the next time I'll buy a face light. At least you can see the day. There's like you can see the timer, the time here. So whatever time zone you're in, you can enjoy the sound with me here. Okay. So I tested the flow that I wanted to test. I want to also check the requirements with what I have on my second monitor. Yeah, and probably I'll try to do some currency staking. So it will be basically the same thing, but you will be able to stake the amount of something. Like when you stake NFTs, you stake the IDs. So you have to paste in IDs. Like there can be an interface, of course, for that. But yeah, you're basically pasting in the certain IDs of the NFTs. And yeah, for currency, there should be like an amount of currency you want to stake. Yeah, so I probably start working on currency staking contracts. And also, which one is easier? Requirements wise, I think King will be easier. That's funny that I won't explain to you yeah, the requirements and what it will do, but you will be able to see the code, so that's not a problem. So the general currency staking, it will just take the amount, transfer it to the contract, and yeah, check for requirements of the amounts and any other requirements. So some kind of building on a certain level or stuff like that. So I need to see the chat. I move it away. TikTok influencer light, yeah, totally. Like there's an entire like line of products for streamers, Elgato or something like that. I have a camera from Elgato, So yeah, maybe I'll check it out if it's not overpriced, because it's just light. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Yep. Had an urge to stream today, so yeah, don't mind me streaming on the weekend. How should I design it? Okay, like, first of all, I'll take an interface for general currency. So it's ERC20, it's a general currency. Can't find it. Is this correct? Nope. Okay, damn it. ERC upgradable. What I'm doing right now is basically checking the library from OpenZeppelin that has already baked interfaces and contracts that you can use to create your tokens and stuff like that. So for example, this is an interface for an NFT receiver contract. So if you want to receive an NFT on the contract, you have to inherit from this class. Oh, okay, extensions. Metadata upgradable. No, that's not what I want. Okay, let's see in CryptoBlades code, because I think I implemented it in parent vault exactly. Oh yeah, it can be like just that ERC20. Okay, let's use this interface. And we don't need 721 here. And we don't need receiver. Currency. Yeah, and for example, staked NFTs previously was like a mapping. So there was an user's address and an array of IDs that are staked. And now we need amounts. So staked currencies, I guess. Current stake, current starts, stake start can be the same, because that's the general idea. It will have duration. It will have a requirement. 510, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so duration, requirement, and amounts, I guess, yeah. I'm wondering how to handle the requirements here, because it's pretty different from NFT staking. Okay, I think I need the requirement here, but I'll have to check for buildings in a different field, I think. Yeah, okay, let's just go on. Staked, let's say amount. These are events, so it's helpful for gathering data about, well, events going on in the contract. Yeah, so basically it will fire those events and I can fetch them, see if they're there, if that happened, all that stuff. Yeah, Levi. Now you know. Stake complete. We'll have an ID of the stake and user. And unstaked, also user and amount. Basically, unstaking will take all the amount staked and transfer it to the user. It will take currency address as a parameter. Also, yeah, think here, currency. It will use village, of course. So let's leave it here. We don't need that one. Assert owns NFTs. Do we need a method to assert ownership? I don't think we need that. Like, if you have the token, you can just transfer it. If not, you can't, I guess. But let me check that. Yeah, also I don't need the ownership of tokens check, actually. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay, that's good. Because yeah, you cannot transfer tokens you don't own. So I can cut it off. Check Discord. Okay, yeah. Yes, you guessed right. Like, the name is somewhere, like here, and when I open my terminal, it's there. So yeah, that was so lucky you guessed it, Levi. Yeah, okay, I don't need that modifier anymore, and I won't need it here as well. Okay, so first stake, it will be the same. So basically, to have a first stake, you have to like have nothing unlocked from this particular tree. And yeah, it will set current stake to 1, and it will emit first stake event to indicate that user started staking. Oh, hello Porp CB, first time chat. How are you doing? Okay, stake will take not IDs, but amount. Current stake ID, it will be taken from the mapping, and that's all right. Here I'm checking if the amount of next stake, wait, isn't 0? Oh. What's the logic here? I need to go back. Staked NFTs, like Oh yeah. That's like the end of path, because in Solidity every value has its default. So there are like nulls and undefines in other programming languages, but not in Solidity. Solidity uses default value 0 for numbers, for example, or for address there's a null address or something like that. It's like all zeros address, so something like that. Yeah, so I'm checking if the amount isn't 0, so the path continues, and if it continues, the number of staked NFTs, for this example, has to be the same as the amount needed. Or maybe staked NFTs plus the IDs that go in has to be equal to the amount of the next stake, basically. And I'll have to do it for currencies also. Okay. And I don't need length here. Okay, so yeah, stakes amount isn't equal to 0, so the path continues. There's a requirement, not IDs, but amount. So staked currencies plus amount is equal stakes, the next stake, amount. You need to stake all the required currencies. Okay, it goes to the next one, checks if current stake ID is 0. If it is, that means that it's the first stake, so it will go to the first stake method. Also, I want to move it here for readability. What should you name your puppy? My mom got a puppy recently, I mean. Yeah, and she named it Masha. It has SZ, so it's like Polish. Yeah, because there's a cartoon called Masha i Niedźwiedź. So, oh yeah, there's the translation, Masha and the bear. But yeah, the dog looks like a bear. I can show it to you if you want. Let me open it in the second window. Who doesn't like puppy's photos, right? Okay, here she is. Yeah, that's Masha. She's cute. That's on my sofa behind me. Oh, I got a follow for that puppy photo. That's nice. It should stay here, like in the corner of the screen. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, but I don't know how you can call your puppy. Okay, the first stake, and the first stake checks if unlocked tiers is equal to 0, so 0 default value, nothing. If not, it will revert because you already staked earlier. Yeah, and current stake will set to 1 and emit first stake. But if it's subsequent stake, that completes the stake, the current one. So we go to complete stake, block timestamp. So block timestamp is just current time. Should be more than start of staking and the duration that it has to be staked for. If it's not met, stake is not completed, revert. Yeah, and if it is, unlocked tiers go to +1, and we emit stake complete. event, basically. And we assign next stake. And assign next stake basically checks if the duration of the next stake is 0. If it is, then current stake is 0 and the tree is ended. And else it just bumps the current stake. Oh, also, there might be a typo here somewhere. No, okay, yeah. Assign next stake, current stake start, block timestamp. Yeah, I thought I'm not setting it. Yeah, so after assigning, we set the current stake start to the current time, and then we stake NFTs, or currency in this example. For NFTs is just a loop that loops over IDs and transfer them to the contract and pushes it to the mapping. For currency, it will be a little different. Oh, I could even like have a class above currency staking and NFT staking with common points, because this is the same for both of them. But yeah, let's not over-engineer it for now. Okay, I'll need to transfer the currency and add it to the mapping. To safe transfer from? Let me check. Token address, transfer from, yeah, transfer from, and something like that. Okay, so currency, transfer from. The X origin is basically whoever called this method. Like, not this method, but tree of methods, because yeah, there are some baked in values in Solidity. So message.sender is the one that called the method, but when a method is called from another contract, and that's the case in our staking example, then we can use tx origin, and this is like the original person that clicked to call the tree of methods, if that makes sense. Okay, staked currencies, and it will be tx origin, so the user is equal to this, and we add the amount. And staked will also take amount, and we don't need the loop here. There are no floating points, right? Okay, so oh yeah, there are. Yeah, floating points are like 1.5, so 1.5, and there are no floating points in Solidity. So for example, tokens are represented with a lot of zeros behind the actual value, and when you format it on the front end, you have to cut the zeros. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain. Like, I remember when currency, store currency was implemented in for the quests. Yeah, and it had to like do some math on the front end. Yeah, but that's all right. I will just have to like multiply all those values by zeros. So the precision. For example, skill and king has precision of 18. So there will be like 17 zeros. So like one skill is 17 zeros and 1 at the beginning. Or at the end. Whatever. So yeah, the currency, it won't be that nice because it will be a lot of zeros. Big numbers and such. And also I need to use safe math to not overflow it. And in order to do so, I think I need to declare that I want to use it. Using safe math. I think it's this one. Oh, come on. Import it. Oh, okay, right. Oh yeah, this import and I can use it without the class, use class. Did it work? How do I go to the declaration? I forgot. Use math. Use math, save math. That's the path. Yeah. It changed in the library. Okay, yeah, and using safe math will allow me to add without overflowing the values, basically. Okay, let's continue with the flow. So stake currencies are added. I have to remember to add zeros there. I'll take a note. Okay, so I think we have stake covered. If not, it will like break. Doesn't matter. Let's see unstake. Unstake current stake ID. It completes the stake if the duration is over the required one. Current stake is set to 0. Stake start is set to 0. Staked currencies. So we don't need a loop. But when you unstake, you get all the the entire amount you have staked. Let's use this. Currency transfer from address this, so from the contract to the X origin, so the user, and amount. And no, it's not like that. I was just really unhappy that I didn't stream yesterday because I had like something to actually show and there was progress, all that stuff, and yeah, it bothered me. So yeah, I started to stream today. But don't worry, I do rest. Hello. Hi, first time chat viewer. Okay, and we need to use sub, I think. And unstaked. Also. Staked currencies. Wait a second. Was then there an error in the logic of unstaking? Yamero, no, I really wanted to stream yesterday and I didn't. and it bothered me, so I'm streaming today. Don't worry, it's my job and I'm doing it during the week. But sometimes when I take a day off, it doesn't matter. So I take a day off during the week. I can do work on the weekends. Totally flexible. Thanks for the follow, by the way. We're 4 away from 100 followers, so that's nice. But yeah, I do like programming, so yeah, Maro, yeah, I really do. Yeah, that's okay. I have to just swap it around. So I'm swapping it to... Oh, come. I have to take it here because unstaked has to like know how much currency you unstaked, and then we remove the amount. But wait, am I using amount? I don't. Oh, it should be 0. Okay, I need to 0 it. So it should be 0. Not amount, but staked currencies, I think. So once again, we're coming in, we check the current stake. If completed, we set it to 0, and then we transfer actual currency from this address to the user. And the amount is from the mapping. Then we emit an event that it's unstaked, and then we set it to 0. Yeah, and that's the unstaked flow. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are common for both stakings, like currency staking and NFT staking. I'll market extract because I don't want to do it yet, but I do plan for it. And the reason why I'm not doing it yet because it's because yeah, there might be like slight differences between them, and it's better to optimize it later than sooner. Oh, also I don't know if I would. Oh, okay, I'm not using the currency or anything like that, just the staking part. Oh, this one stays. Get staked currency amount for the user. Oh, and I don't need this view actually, because I can use like already generated view. What's my favorite quest? Quest theme. Sorry, quest theme. Yeah. Let me bring them up. I have a lot more than you. Like, yeah. When I saw one, I just saved it. Okay. So that was from early days. I like this one. Because it shows how quests are desirable. Meh. This doesn't make sense. There's no stamina reward, so BSC looking at art chains doing. Oh, why is it? Okay, that's better. Quests are character bound. Quests are live. Yeah, that's the one I like. Free reset. That's like top 3, I think. Because there's like such an amount, like the players need low star swords and junks and all, and are raiding, are forging and hoping for 1-star swords to complete quests. That's funny. Yeah, let me skip that quest. But this template doesn't make sense. That's nice. That's also nice. There's a few transactions you have to make to do quests. Oh, I like this one, but I think it's incorrect with the values. Like 5 times right. I know there's a 6 times right, but but I don't think there's 5 times. So it should be 6 times and 18 times. That's, yeah. 1-star junk missing. That's nice too. Yeah. Yeah, Pepe sad. I finished the whole quest without skipping those 18 rights. that's alpha. Oh, these are new ones from today, I think. Yeah. Okay, that's all. I think the SpongeBob one. Yeah, that's my favorite. Thank you for tuning in on the meme review. Continuing. Currency staking. Let's get to business. Yeah, I want to see if it even compiles, because there might be like some typos and all that stuff. And yeah, when it comes to JavaScript or TypeScript, you see the errors you make. So when you, I don't know, do something incorrect here, it will underline it and tell it. But when there's a compilation step, you have to compile it first. So yeah, I want to see if there are errors without compilation. Compile successfully, first try. Nice. Wait, why is it? Why is NFT staking twice? Wait. Weapon staking. Okay, I don't know. But I don't care. At this point. Yeah. Okay, so we have currency staking contract. I want to check for requirements now. But I think that I can check all the requirements for staking, like I did in the character staking, I think. Yeah, because I would need to check for building levels. Oh, also, it will like take in the building it's staking. Oh, damn it. But it can be, I think, in this contract child. So I will sometimes tell child or parent. Parent is basically a contract that's above a child contract. So child contract is character staking and NFT staking is more general. So it's a parent. Yeah, so I hope I can do it in child contract, because I have to check which building is staked. Oh, damn it. It might differ a little. And by a little, I mean much. Yeah, so stake will take in the amount you're staking and what building that is. I'm trying to find a way to like do it in the best way possible. I could add a building to the stake. So basically this stake would take the amount and the building you're staking. And current stake will come from like the current stake for a particular building. So I think there might be a need to add like mapping of mapping, basically. So we would map an address of user to the building to the actual stake. And this way we would have currency per building. Per character per building. I like better take some time now to not like delete everything later if it's not correct. So basically I'm wondering how to model it. Okay, maybe let's just focus on one currency for now. The one used to upgrade buildings. Okay, let's leave it as is and add another contract that will be king staking. it will be the same as currency staking for now. So the stake we would take duration, amount, requirement, and requirement ID, I think. And staked currencies would have mapping. So mapping, and it would be something like that. It will basically mean user to building to amount. Buildings leak, I think. Let's check the village contract. Yeah, so basically we'll take the ID of building and it will be for requirement. So for example, to like upgrade building B, you need to first have building A on the level 2, for example. Yeah, it can be any building, like the requirements can be changed, all that stuff. So requirement ID would be the building, that's the requirement, and the requirement will be an actual level of a building. Stake currencies. Yeah, I need to track it by the building because these are separate trees, basically. Yeah, and stakes, that would also be a mapping of building to stake. So ID to building to stake, basically. Current stake would also be a mapping to the mapping. That will be so complicated later on. But yeah, I need a tree for each building. So different unlocks. Yes. Wait, or am I lost here? Oh. Wait. That's not right. Okay. Okay, so it's one tree, and it shouldn't matter for the contract what buildings are upgraded. Like it should only check what's wrong with me? Why am I streaming currency part when it's so complicated? So there are 58 levels. In total. You can click on any building and upgrade it as long as the requirement is met for the particular building. But the path is the same for all of them. Hi Matsuka, I'm using IntelliJ. It's from JetBrains. IntelliJ Ultimate. Yeah, most of the people use VS Code. It's actually recommended if you're starting out or something. But yeah, I like IntelliJ because I'm used to it. In my earlier job, in my previous job, I was using, I was developing in Java mainly, and we were using IntelliJ, so I know the shortcuts and all that stuff. I don't like Visual Studio Code, didn't want to switch. But IntelliJ is like too big for most use cases. Like it can handle anything, but yeah, it's a tank. And Visual Studio Code is way lighter. So the stake is the same, but building levels should go up, and you can like bet on one building or something. Come on. Okay, so I guess like the currency staking is fine for this use case. But in king staking, thanks for the follow. But in king staking, we would have to check the requirements and what buildings are being upgraded and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I'm figuring it out slowly. Yeah, so in king staking contract, we would check, like it will take in the stake amount and the building you want to stake it for. Then it would run checks if you can upgrade this building, because there might be a requirement for another building to have it on a certain level. And if that's met, we can just continue with currency staking, basically, because it's the same flow. We would just need to like check for the levels of the buildings and all that stuff here. And from king staking contract, we would upgrade the buildings from the village. So yeah, there is an upgrade building. method that basically adds a level to a building and emits an event that building is upgraded. Yeah, and we can keep track of buildings here. We would also need to like care for max levels. Yeah, so basically upgrade building can check for max level. Okay, let's add a mapping that will map building to uint, building levels, or maybe not building levels, but building max levels, whatever, building max level. And this will be a source of truth for the maximum level of a building. We can, like, for now, we can set it up here in the initialize, and later I'll move it to the migration file. And the reason why I'm doing it, because if you can move something out of the solidity, you should, because yeah, there's gas, there's size, so contract size. It has to be less than 24 kilobytes. So for example, setting building levels isn't that optimal to do on the initialization. You can do it through a call, basically. So later I'll do it through the call. But for now, let's building max level, town hall. Yep, and let's take the max levels. Okay. Oh, by the way, if you weren't on my streams before, you don't know, I'm using GitHub Copilot, which is an AI like code suggestions and all that stuff. So when I have to write something like a boilerplate or some data that can be predictable, yeah, it guesses what I want to write. So for example, here it's suggesting that the next line will be building max level, building barracks, and it will set it to 1. It will set it to 1 because, yeah, I set it earlier here, but the real value is 5. But yeah, it's useful to have, because I don't have to write all the boilerplate. Storehouse will be max level 10. Smithy 6. Farm 10. Stash and trading post. Yeah. Okay, so we have max building levels, and we should revert if building that is passed here to the upgrade building function has a value that equals max level, and it should revert. So we require, oh, actually, yeah, code completion. As you can see, it suggested a line that takes buildings, ID building, I don't know about the mapping here, and oh yeah, ID of a village, building, and then that it's lower than building max level. If it's lower, it's okay. If not, the building is already at max level, basically. Yeah, Helio, enjoy. I think it will also be posted to the CryptoBlades YouTube channel if the marketing guys want that. So, yeah. You can watch it later or on my Twitch because I'm like recording the VODs or something. You have to check it in the settings and it will record. Yeah, so the current level has to be lower than max level. So if its max level is 6 and current is 5, that's okay, and it will upgrade by 1. And when the next iteration comes, so we would like to have level 7, so 6 and 6, it's not lower, building is already at max level. Yeah, that's upgrade building method. And it should be external also. I made it public for me to do it from the console. So for example, here I was upgrading my barracks for my village. Yeah, but external means basically that it won't be possible to call this method from hand. It will be also only possible to call it from another contract. Okay. Also, I'll the X origin because I will forget. Okay, so we have a max level check, basically. Oh yeah, and also I can bake in the requirements to upgrade a building or to build a building. So basically, for example, to build a wall, you need to have barracks at level 1. So I can also add it here. So let's say we have mapping. So each building has a requirement that is a mapping of building to actual level. that's my idea. I'll explain it in a bit. Yeah, so it will start with every value by default will be 0 here in this mapping. So town hall is number 1, for example, because we start counting from 0. So town hall is building 1. So building 1 has a requirement of nothing at level 0, basically. And if we want to add a requirement for a certain building, we would add for building 1, it will be building, let's say 3, so barracks at level 2, for example. Yeah, and we can use this check in our upgrade building. And it won't matter to the king staking contract, basically. It will all be in the village. So yeah, really happy with the solution. I'll add the building requirements. So, for example, to build headquarters, you have to have town hall on level 3. To build barracks, you need town hall on level 2. See ya, Pika. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Damn, I definitely need a light of some sort. Oh, I'm also wondering if there's something I could do. white balance. Ooh, that's blue. Oh, also that's funny. I'm changing the like options here in the camera, and you can see it on the stream. Oh, that's nice. The light is normal when I zoom in. But no, I won't do it to you. Exposure. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I need to like settings, right? Exposure was set to automatic, and yeah, I think it was like averaging from the entire camera view. So now you can actually see me. Yeah, Levi, thanks. Oh god, I will turn it on, I swear. Okay, let's continue adding the requirements. Why was that automatic? God damn it. Okay, so Smithy will require you to have barracks at level 3. And Smithy, no. Haha. Maybe I'm not wearing any pants, you don't know that. And you don't know, no. Yeah, Smithy, okay. Wall. Also barracks, but level 1. And market is the last one. And it's town hall at level 5. Yeah, we can tweak those values later. Okay, let me check that again, just to be sure, because I want to have actual data here. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so yeah, in order to check for that, I will check in the upgrade building. So there will be a requirement. I'm wondering if Copilot suggests something. Building requirement level. No, that's not right. Okay, let me think about it. Actually, require. So we would require, because buildings basically have all the users' buildings levels. So it would be buildings for the particular village, so ID of the village. And as for the building, we would need to check building requirement level for where building requirement level for building, and as a second argument it should take what? Because it's the building that's required to be there. And how can I check that? Oh, I could iterate over buildings. Oops, maybe that's not the right design. Wait, let me think about it. So we would have a requirement for a particular building that is another building and a level. I'm wondering if I need another mapping, and I don't want that. I don't want to add it, but I don't think I have a choice. Or maybe I should split it. I can split it because now I have mapping of a mapping, and I could like do it in two separate things. So one mapping would hold the building that is required, and the other mapping would hold the level that is required. This way I would be able to access the data here, because yeah, this way I won't be able to access the data, I think. So basically a building to building mapping, and it would be building requirement, and the other one would hold the level. I don't like it, but maybe it's needed. Yeah, and logic would be like, let's say or not, building required, maybe buildings. That's required building requirements. Yeah, whatever. Building requirement, and we would check for building that is being upgraded. So now we have a required building, and now we would need to check for the level. So required level, building requirement level, and it would take in the building we want to upgrade, basically. and we would write a require that will take in this. I don't need to think. Nice. Yeah, I think that's correct, because we would require that building level, actual building level of a required building for this particular building requirement is higher or equal the required level. Yes, because from this mapping we would get required building level, and from the mapping building requirement level we will get the actual level that we require the building to have. Yeah, so 2 mappings for now. And we don't need this. And we need to adjust the data. Come on! So, building requirement for headquarters will be building town hall. Exactly. For barracks, it's also town hall. For smithy, oh come on. For smithy, barracks. For wall is also barracks. And for trading post, we need town hall. And now let's add building requirement level, I guess. Yeah, requirement level for headquarters. It will be 3. Oh, I really don't like it. Maybe it should be a struct. God, it should. Definitely. Building requirements. I don't like changing stuff so much. Yeah, so struct is like an object or a class in object-oriented programming, and yeah, it will basically hold 2 values. So building that is required and the level of building that is required. I don't know why I didn't use it earlier, but yeah, that's yeah, I need that. Rewriting everything. It's better to do it now than later, so requirements building. And requirement level. That's way nicer than it was before. Yeah, I want to have it like that. Yeah. Yeah, so the requirement will hold a building that is required and the level that is required. I don't know why I didn't use the data structure, this data structure from the beginning. Yes, and we would set it like like that. We would use a constructor, so we will construct the struct. Hi Fate, how's it going? Yeah, we continued a little. I'm currently struggling with how to model the data for upgrading buildings. So yeah, wasn't that interesting. But hey, I tweaked the settings of my webcam and the exposure is now correct. So you can actually see me. I don't know why it was like off. Maybe after the update or something. I wanted to check. Oh, we got a new follow. Knight. Thank you. We are 2 away from 100. That's a nice number. I'm really happy about that. Fate. I recommend standing desk. Like it's a deal breaker for me. You don't need super cool chair, so I have a basic IKEA one. Like yeah, to not struggle, you can just have a desk that's moving. And you reminded me, so yeah. Yeah, and it's actually a great investment if you're having a sitting job. Yeah, it helps a lot. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Get a decent chair, like a normal, typical one, and just try to stand during your work. Also, I found out about it a few days ago. A desk that's moving is so great for cable management because I can like just go down and yeah, tweak all the cables there. Yeah, that's great. That's great. And yeah, you can like find not because I bought the already like composed or wait like the whole desk, and you can buy the mechanism and the damn it, why my English is so bad today. Like this, the wood or anything that's made, that's the desk made of separately, and yeah, you can just like do it yourself. Just buy the two things, get them together, and you'll have a nice desk. By the way, some people don't recommend the like saving position mechanism, like that it saves and you can just press a button and it will go there. And I love it. I actually love it. I would hate it to like do it manually every time and adjust it a little bit, all that stuff. I have two positions that are saved, and I can just click a button, go somewhere, get a water, I'm back, and I'm at my optimal position. So highly recommend the, like, it's a small thing. What I wanted to check, yeah, I remember still. This. I wanted to have names in constructors. So it basically means building and level. Or maybe, no, I don't want that. Okay, no, freak it. Also, I will change it here. Stay. Or I leave it. Yeah, that doesn't matter for now. But I like this convention of yeah, constructor. it's also a town hall. Like that. And that's a nice way to store requirement data. And we will be able to test it through the console. Barracks 1. Wait, Town Hall 5. Not 6, 5. Yeah, let me check once again. HQ. Oh yeah, and it will also check with zeros. Yeah, so basically I mentioned it a lot. The default value for numbers would be 0. So in this mapping of ours, we are mapping like basically a number. So town hall is 1, so 1 has a building requirement of this struct. So this struct will be there, so there's no null or anything. It will be there, but it will have building set to 0 and level set to 0. So that's okay. We still can check it. Like we will like check for building requirement, and if there's a building and level, it will like compare it with the requirement, and that's fine. Yeah, so that's okay. Okay, building max level, that's all right. Let's see the upgrade building once again. Buildings ID max level, that's okay. Building requirement. I would love to log it somehow, like to have a require return the actual value that's needed. Yeah, let me Google that. Require master. So it assert. Yeah, I get deals. I just want to add to the string that's returned building that's needed and the level of this building that's needed, basically. Oh yeah, great. Mastering the require. What the hell? 3 minutes read time and it mentions nothing about what I want. Like, yeah, it does explain what require and assert and revert is. But come on, that sucks. Oh, also, what's the difference between assert and require? Ah, you should apply assert only for internal errors or for analyzing invariants. So wait, require message value 0. Oh yeah, even value. No, so like math. Yeah, that's okay. Require message. Isn't that's not implemented? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's not. It takes only a string. That sucks. I would like to have an error that means something and yeah, log the building and level that is required to have, because it would be nice. But yeah, I can just do it on the front end. So on the front end, I would check the requirements and not allow user to make a transaction when the requirement is not met. And in this tooltip or something like that, I could explain why you cannot upgrade this building. And it basically would mean that you don't have a particular building on a particular level. Yeah, okay, that doesn't matter. So we'll just throw that required building is not at required level. Yeah, at least it's informative. Yeah, so building requirement for building, requirement building is more than requirement level. If that's met, it should upgrade the building. Okay, let's try it out. I have to deploy it, but I have my dev migration, so that's okay. Migrate, yeah. Oh, also, are there compilation errors? Yeah, there are. Probably naming, undeclared identifier, building requirement level. Yeah, it's called building requirement. Oh, also, that's nice to write on 5 lines at once. Let's compile and check. Still, oh yeah, that location must be storage, memory, or all data, right? Let's do a memory. Less gas. Oh, come on. Yeah, king staking. I'll just comment it out. I don't want to compile it yet. I just want to check the village contract. Yes, I'm using Ganache. I'm having Ganache here. I have all the contracts from CryptoBlades deployed and all the contracts from my project. Yeah, and I'm interacting with actual CryptoBlades contract through interfaces. Yeah, and Truffle console as well. Okay, let's test our method. Village upgrade building. And I think we have the first ID staked. And let's try to upgrade headquarters, for example. So it's 2. It should break. Building is already at max level. What? That's not right. Building max level building. Oh yeah, because I have it built. Wait. Yeah, let's check everything. Village buildings of land 1 and building, what was that? We wanted to upgrade town hall and it broke. It's at 0. Oh, probably because I need to redeploy it. Yeah, I think it's 0. Let's check village building requirement for building 2. It didn't upgrade? Oh, maybe I have to reopen the console. Yeah, probably that. Village. Okay, it's here. But it's all zeros. And is that alright? Building requirement for 2. So for headquarters, yeah. Or not. Yeah, it didn't initialize. I need to redeploy. So let me unstake. And ID 1. Okay. And now let's run the migration again, or maybe a deployment for village. What was the number? 3. Deploy 3. And as soon as it ends, I need to kill the process. Yeah, 1. Yeah, okay. So village is now replaced. So I don't need to stake it again. Oh, what's wrong? Oh yeah, I'll do it by frontend. Let's take ID 1. It broke because I need permissions for doing that. Okay, it's staked, and it's chunk ID 2. Sorry, chunk ID, what? ID is 1, that's fine. Upgrade building. For ID 1 and building, which one breaks? Headquarters, for example. So 2. Required building is not at required level. That's a meaningful message. I handle it at fronted side, so users will know what building exactly and what level exactly. Okay, so let's upgrade the required building. Town hall. Yeah, so town hall is 1. Okay, building upgraded, so second, let's try. It should break still, because we are on level 2. And now we upgrade it to level 3. And we upgrade this one. Yeah, works. Great. That's great. I will probably commit it, just for the sake of having it there. Yeah, I'll add this. Characters to stake. Yeah, whatever. Environment doesn't matter. NFT staking, yeah, that can go. And village, the main, our main protagonist. I can also commit that. Mm. Two more followers, exactly. Where are they? 100 is such a nice number. Like, if I would like try, like everybody wanted to be an influencer at some point. Like when PewDiePie started or something like that. Yeah, I would love to have 100 followers or subscribers or whatever. But yeah, I'm not going this way. I'm just streaming for fun. So, but still, it's impressive and nice number. I love it. Yeah, streaming also motivates me. Soon 100k. Yeah, for sure, for sure. My main goal might be to surpass Levitate. I think Levitate has how many people? Followers. Sorry, followers. Oh god, that's not right. I only wanted to check his account. Oh, there it is. Yeah, almost 13k. So that's a high bar for me. Yeah, Levitate, you have a competitor, and it's me. I'm almost at 100 followers, so the next number is here. 13k to surpass you. That's my goal. I'm not a streamer, but yeah, that's my goal. As soon as this ends, I will set it to 13k. Like the bar will be so small. Okay, let me check it once again before I commit. Village, the most important is village. Not building requirements and max levels. Also, we can have a little bit more fun with upgrading buildings, because I want to check, like, because when you have a requirement for a certain building and this building is required for another one, that's nice, like blocking the upgrades of a building. Helio, I think that there are some things like that. You don't need that much stuff to start with smart contract and Web3 development, actually, because the project I'm creating, I started it from scratch pretty recently. So yeah, basically it's composes of source and it's a front-end part, so it doesn't matter for Web3, like for the smart contracts. It's just migrations folder that holds all the migrations necessary, and contracts, and that's all. You need the dependencies, but you can check it on Open Zeppelin. Yeah. I think if you search for Open Zeppelin templates, you'll get there. Because yeah, you don't need that much, actually. And also, it's constantly changing because there are some upgrades. For example, in CB, we have some older contracts that like had all the library paths way different than what's now. So yeah, I think you can simply find it and start developing. Oh, also, if you want a nice tutorial, I had it somewhere. maybe, yeah, this is nice. I'll post the link for you. Yeah, it basically teaches you how to do a full stack development of a Web3 application based on a blog. So a blog on the blockchain. Yeah, and like first lines are all about the stack. So like it's in Next.js, so React for frontend, but it doesn't matter what frontend you're using. Yeah, and the hard hat development, because there is Ganache, you can use Ganache, or you can use hard hat, I think. Hard hat is, I think, simpler to start with. But it's all explained in this guide. I followed it and I actually built it because I wanted to learn some stuff. Yeah, there's an interesting thing about this tutorial is the graph protocol. So the graph is basically fetching the data and like composing a database from data stored on blockchain. Because yeah, sometimes something stored on blockchain isn't in the right structure, and you want it to be different. You want it to have indexes, sorting, all that stuff. And the graph mentioned here in this tutorial actually allows it. So it's fetching the data from the blockchain, not modifying it, but composing some indexes, tables, all that stuff, and you can just call the endpoints and get the data in a nice format. Or with all the features like sorting, pagination, all that stuff. Yeah, so highly recommend. Oh, also, when I need barracks on wait, Smithy. So Smithy requires oh, I could check that, but I think it's safe because when there's a requirement, it's like a chain of requirements. So in the case of Smithy, for example, to build Smithy, you need barracks at level 3. And in order to build barracks, you need town hall on level 2. So you won't be able to build Smithy if you don't have barracks and town hall, I guess. So yeah, I think the logic is right here. Yeah, and that the chain works. Okay, so we have the building upgrades handled. I'm looking at requirements. So basically we should do the king staking now. And it's a simple flow, and you can choose which building you're going to upgrade. Yeah, thinking about how to model it, what's the best way here? Because I want to like king staking contracts shouldn't care about buildings at all. That's the village contract responsibility. And I think we achieved that because yeah, by staking king, you're upgrading buildings. And if you try to upgrade a building that's at max level or when the requirements aren't met, it will revert. So basically, king don't need knowledge about village. I'm wondering where should I place the upgrade building part. Currency staking. Stake complete. I should listen for stake complete event if it's possible. Yeah, events are like, I don't grasp the whole idea of events. But yeah, constantly learning, right? Doesn't even make sense. Dealing with events from other contracts. Yeah, that's what I want to. Yeah, that's what I want, because because basically NFT staking is a contract that's a parent for character staking and weapon staking. So basically, character staking only checks the requirements for staking. So for example, for character staking, there is a requirement of certain level of barracks, right? And it's checked here, and if that's correct, it will stake. And yeah, stake is responsible for managing if it's first stake, if the previous stake was completed, so if there even was a previous one. It's also checking some things and that are necessary in order to stake. And I would like to know in this line, so after stake, if the stake was completed. So it won't happen on the first stake, but on any subsequent one, it will like emit an event stake complete. And I want to listen for the event and react here. Because this way it would be way easier. Like I would upgrade buildings in king staking and not in currency staking. Currency staking would have no idea what's happening, basically. Or maybe I could check. Yeah, I'm wondering because there's a second case I have, but still I could handle it just overriding the method. So let me write that down. Let's just read about events. I don't want to, I want to do it all in the smart contracts. Can't see events. Oh, okay, from the docs. Okay, but we can handle it in a different way. I have an idea. Because basically NFT staking, when the stake is completed, unlocked tiers also go up. Yeah, so unlocked tiers go up by 1. So we could check the unlocked tiers before staking, and after the stake actually happens, we can check again. If the value is higher by 1, we can fire an event, react, upgrade a building or something like that. And I think that's that handles all the cases. Because when the first stake happens, the unlock tier doesn't go up. So it won't upgrade a building on the first stake. Only after the first stake, it will upgrade that building. Shit. But how will I keep track of the building that's being upgraded? Maybe currency staking should know about the building that's the stake happening on. So it wouldn't like be dependent on that, but would have knowledge of a building that's being staked on. Where are my 2 followers? Come on. That's nice, big brain tactics here. And where are my followers? Thanks, Fate. I appreciate it. Coding streams can be boring, I think. But yeah, I do like explaining things. Because yeah, I could stream playing Elden Ring or something like that, but yeah, don't want. I like to enjoy games. Oh, nice, Fate. Glad to hear. Wait, what? Why? Ah, you want a stream from Elden Ring? Come on, no. Yeah, this is. It's maybe I have like I think it's boring because nothing's happening here. Oh, thanks for the follow. One more. Thank you. Yeah, I maybe Solidity streams are a bit boring because there's no front end that's changing, the interface that's reacting, and the messages. Something that a non-technical person could appreciate, right? For now, I haven't opened it. Haven't even opened my interface of some sorts because it doesn't exist. It's just for the sake of communicating with my contracts. Yeah, and Solidity is just numbers. Oh, follower goal. Thank you, nice. 100 followers. I was reading your message, Fate, but sorry, 100 followers. Let's fucking go. That's nice. Thanks, guys. So next goal, 13k. Like, yeah, to surpass Levy. That might be harder, but yeah, consistency is key. Nice, and there was a nice message there for me, at least on the Streamlabs. Nice. Thanks a lot. 100 followers. Hey, mom, I got a 100 follower. Cool. Okay, going back to your message because I will lose track. Yeah, that's the key. the understanding of a non-technical person. That's what I'm like aiming for. Because there was times in my career when I explained something purely technical to non-technical people, and I really enjoyed it, like to get on the level and to try to explain it. Like when you can explain something that's complicated to a non-technical person, yeah, it's so great because you actually understand it. Yeah, so here's me explaining stuff I'm doing, and I do hope you at least get a grasp of what's going on. And that's the main idea of my streams, basically. Yeah, and also there are people that are starting out, like Helio, for example, and yeah, he can ask me questions, all that stuff. And when I have like Web3 knowledge, at least something that I can pass on, that's great. Yeah, it's Pog. And also, smart contracts aren't that complicated because you don't need to care about databases, like security, all the frameworks, all that stuff. It's all already baked in the contract. Like it's self-managed. You just write the rules and it handles it. You don't have to care about the database because it's also on the contract. Like the contract itself is a database. Yeah, so that's really nice. Like that's why I like Web3. Basically, it's the security, database, backend, all that baked in smart contracts. And when they are written correctly, and the rules will be met. That's what I'm trying to say. So, for example, the stupid buildings and their upgrades. Yeah. I write in OGs. Yeah, I'm really happy I got 100 followers. Okay, I lost track of what I was thinking about way earlier, but that's okay. King staking, upgrading buildings, and what building is upgraded. I need to keep track of that. So basically, I could return building ID from the stake method, I think. Yeah, to check for the stake complete, I will check the unlocked tiers if it went up by 1. Thanks, Jack. And for which building is being upgraded, I will probably have to return it from the stake. Can I change the follower goal during the stream? Let's see. And it's not that I don't appreciate it, because I really do. Oh, 101, thanks. But yeah, we have to set the bar to overpass Levitate. I think I have to like later change it on Twitch settings. Thanks, another one. Great to have you here. Yeah, I'm genuinely happy. Okay, yeah. So stake. currency staking will keep track of a building that's being staked, I think. So, current stake ID. How can I keep track of that? Come on. Staked currencies. Current stake. Chris takeover. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Streamer. Wondering how should I keep track of the building. Ah, damn it. I cannot keep it on the stake because stake is universal, because it's a duration and a requirement, basically. So I won't be able to do it. Great to hear, Jack. Really. Yeah, that's so nice to hear. Because that's what I'm aiming to like achieve. Like for non-technical people or people that are starting out with Web3 or general development, to understand stuff that I'm doing and maybe like, yeah, have some fun with me. MGS, yeah, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Yeah, really fine, because just surpassed 100 followers. So that's nice. Yeah, and yeah, coding the secret project. Yeah, and I know it's a weekend. If you're just here, I had my day off during the week, so I managed. I wanted to stream today, and I'm working today, basically. Yeah, so don't worry. Current stake. Right, I need to check it here. Okay, so current stake is the ID of the stake, and stake is universal for everyone. So stake just defines the requirements, and that's it. Current stake start is when you started to stake. So yeah, if the required duration plus the current stake start is met, the stake can be completed. And I think I can just add another mapping that would say which building is being staked on, basically. Palo Palo? I think I say it like that, Palo Palo, but I don't know if it's correct. No idea, actually. And I still don't know what that means, so maybe enlighten me, my Filipino bros. You're here, so yeah, tell me what Palo Palo means. Hit something. So I could palo someone in the face? Or maybe it's a sex thing and you're just messing with me. Oh yeah, for sure, Fate. I don't trust you guys. No, I do trust you. You won't mess with me. And even if you are, that's funny. If it's a sex thing. Okay, so I can follow my enemies. Okay, sorry guys, I really trust you. I'm wondering how it's pronounced. Am I saying it correctly or I'm not even close? Yeah. I know that the Palo Palo is like a meme, or meme. It's used in the lounge and everywhere, so let's make Palo Palo. Palo. Current stake building. Probably. So Palo over Palo. I see the OG chat in my upper left corner. Let's take start. Not amount, but ID. Thanks, Pika. Yeah, you missed it. Also, you can see me now because I messed up my camera settings earlier, and it was just like when I switched it, you can actually see me. Dame, I really appreciate it. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's great to hear. I'm here to like entertain and to like enjoy my work day with you guys, talk with you a bit, and yeah, chill. So yeah, really appreciate it. Okay, so currency staking will be for a certain ID. So on the stake complete step, okay, let's do it. Public returns, and it will return an integer of ID, or maybe building ID. What I did here it basically means that I will return the ID of a building that's staked. So when you use the stake method and it actually completes a previous stake, because that's the way it works, it will return the ID of a building that was upgraded, and then in the king staking we can use the value to upgrade the building if it's non-zero. Yeah, we'll probably have to change it a bit. Oh yeah, also I need to... king staking is not ready yet. Okay, whatever. So we'll say that building ID is the value of building complete stake. And if not, then it will be 0. But because we have to return building ID, and I think, yeah, it won't highlight it, because when it's done like that and we go into the if, so the first here, and don't go to else, it wouldn't know what the value of building ID is, and we have to return it. So in order to return it, we have to assign it. So we will just assign 0 on the first stake, so it won't matter. Yeah, and current stake building will be an ID that we passed the method. Okay, so now we have to make complete stake return the same thing, basically. So complete stake will return building ID. And building ID that will be returned is the current stake building. Because assign next stake, so when we go to the next one, basically, happens after that. So that's fine. We also have to return it here as well. So building ID will be this, or else it will be 0. Can I assign it here, maybe? That will be so cleaner. Yeah, I can, or not. No, I cannot. That's a shame. So we'll do an else, and it will be 0. Basically, 0 is like non-existent value, so we won't react when there's 0, basically. Okay, let me check my phone, because something's up. Oh, my mom sent me a picture, a photo of her dog, her puppy. I have it on my phone, so she's sleeping. That's Masha. She's 2 months old, I think. She's yeah, enjoying the sun, as you can see. Oh, also, wait. That will be way easier. Yeah. Yeah, she's cute. Sunbathing, exactly. And I think she's asleep. Yeah, she's sleeping. Like, she has so much energy. But yeah, when the battery drains out, she just like... That's why you said Masha. Yeah. Masha. So that's her name, and it has the S Z, which in Polish is pronounced szy, basically. Yeah. I was just talking about, with Levitate about Masha, and Masha is from a cartoon, kids cartoon. So this is Masha. But yeah, this Masha is pretty similar to the bear because she doesn't have a tail, and yeah, she walks like a bear, like cute small bear. Yeah, it's Masha and a bear. That's how you write it in English. Is it? Yeah. Oh, it's Russian show. It's an old show, but I think it's still airing. Yeah, it still is. That's nice. It's not a Masha, I imagine. Yeah. Oh, what's happening in the OG chat? Okay, that's any hobbies. Well, yeah, except the activities. You can see my hobby here, actually. Wait a moment. It's moving the curtain. Yeah, I like the smart home things, so I can keep track of everything and interact with my home through all sorts of things. Like, yeah, that's beside work. It's not my work. Like, it's something I enjoy, so it's my hobby. Yeah, but I like playing games a lot. Enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn recently. Yeah, and I'm up to take on the Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3. I have to come back to Dark Souls because, yeah, haven't played it in a while, but yeah, I loved the first and second Dark Souls. So yeah, need to go through the third part and Elden Ring. Okay, let's try to think of a way to do ink staking contract. I'll probably just copy and paste character staking because, yeah, we like took everything and went up, so the currency staking is taking care of everything. Dame, I think you can find my first stream when I was playing Forza Horizon, I think. Yeah, I think I could stream something, but I don't like streaming single player games because, yeah, I enjoy the story and all that stuff, and I wouldn't talk that much. Yeah, but maybe we'll see. I like my domain is code streaming. For now, at least. Maybe in the future. Currency address. Okay, let's get back to work, Dame. I'll explain inheritance a little. Or maybe object-oriented programming. So basically, a contract is like an object, and it has its constructor. In this case, it's initialize, because we have upgradable contracts that we can modify and later upgrade. So the initializer is like a constructor. So we're passing some values here, and we actually call the super initialize. So super is just currency staking, so a parent. Yeah, we call it, we pass the same parameters there, and then the whole function goes through. So there are some setup, roles setup, all that stuff. This is pretty much boilerplate. And here we actually use the parameters we added. So for example, we create the currency interface from the currency address. So we say that the address that's given, so it can be any wallet address, that it's a currency basically, and it has methods that a currency has, and we can use them. Of course, if the address would be incorrect, it would break. But yeah, we're adding the correct address, and the methods are there, so we don't need to worry. That's the basic idea. Also, staking. I'm wondering about the floating points, what I mentioned way earlier. We don't have floating points in Solidity. So for example, if there would be a requirement to stake one skill, it would have a value of 1 and I think 18 zeros. So a lot of zeros. So won't be that much human readable. But yeah, we have to set it somehow. So we will use these values. So wait, let me check the requirement. So for example, oh, king, yeah, it doesn't matter for king at least. Okay, I need to check. What do I want to check exactly? Let me think. Okay, so I'll just pass some durations here. So let's leave at 30 seconds. Requirement for king, there are no requirements. Yeah, there are no requirements, but the stake will stay the same, I think. Yeah, it should stay the same, because to stake a skill, you'll have to unlock 4 tiers of king. That's a requirement. Okay, so here will be only zeros, and amount would be, wait, if the precision is 18, how many zeros do I need? I can check in my code from CryptoBlades. Partner vault, exactly. And store. I hate dealing with currencies and floating points. Oh, here it is. So yeah, for example, on the front-end part for this feature, you can specify what currency you are giving and how much currency you are giving. And in how much, you can just specify 1.1234, right? Human readable. But when it comes to preparing it to interact with the contract, we have to change it to the decimal value. So like decimal value, not floating point value. So when the precision of currency is 18, and it's the most common one, but sometimes it's different. So for example, here I'm just fetching how many decimals it has. So this will return 18. So currency decimals is an 18. So we take the amount that user passed, so 1.234, for example, and we multiply it by 10 to the power of 18. So yeah, like 18 zeros. And we multiply it, and that way it can be stored on the blockchain. And then this value is being passed to the approve method. So the approval you see when you, for example, when you forge something in CryptoBlades, you have to approve the exact amount of skill that's needed to forge, basically. So that's the first pop-up you get. And when you approve it, then you have an actual transaction that's happening, and it's like forge 10, for example, right? And it will use the allowance you allowed for it to spend, and it will transfer it because it has approval. It will transfer it and yeah, mint, basically, forge 10 or something. Yeah, so that's the idea. But here we'll have the values of tokens inside Solidity. Or maybe not inside Solidity, but we can do a separate call for that. But still, I'm wondering how to do it properly. Maybe I'll do it in migration. Yeah, I probably do it in a migration. Because this way I could use the code here, pretty much. Like, I can just multiply and send it. Yeah, okay, let's prepare some migration prototype. Staking. Yeah, add it for sure. Okay, so king staking takes currency address and village. So village is here, and we'll need king stake. Yeah, migrations, by the way, are just scripts that happen, and when you, for example, want to deploy your contracts, so basically when you're developing, you write the migrations, and these migrations can later be used to deploy contracts on the blockchain of your choice. So for example, when we are deploying contracts, a new contract got added, so new migration got written, like this one. We just run this migration with parameter of certain blockchain. And yeah, that's when the actual deployment happens. So you pay the fee for deploying a contract, and it's being deployed on the blockchain. So yeah, and same for testnets, same for production blockchains. King address. I need king. I could use the CryptoBlades one, like that. It was king token, or is it here? King token. Oh, it's not here. Oh yeah, it's in CryptoBlades Kingdoms, but I think I have it mocked here. So let king equals king token dot deployed king address. So yeah, king is basically deployed on my local blockchain, and with this I'm just taking the reference and looking for address. So that's the address of king locally, and I'm passing it to the king staking contract because it needs it. Okay, so that's done. Now I would need to add staking. Do I need a function for that? Yeah, I think I need. Okay, so add function, add stake, and it will have duration. And amount. And it's, for now, it's public, whatever. It's my local. Oh, and ID as well. I don't need 256 here. Nice. That's Copilot at works. See, I didn't have to write this method at all because I just said that I want a method that's named addStake with parameters, and yeah, the whole body, so logic, is suggested by Copilot. So that's nice. Yeah, duration requirement, whatever. And now we can use it here. Const king staking, and now we can king staking dot add stake, I think. Stake. Oh yeah, this one way of doing it. Oh yeah, I can do it like that. Wait. Times 18 zeros. Not from, I don't need that. At stake, and the second argument was, oh yeah, it was ID, duration, amount. So ID would be 1, duration would be 6 seconds, or let's say 60 for now, or maybe half a minute. And the last one would be amount that's needed. Yeah, so we added a stake. This second one will have this, and let's say this much. So that takes care of adding a stake 3 for now. Okay. Okay, I need to finish in a moment, so let's just wrap things up slowly. And yeah, so we don't need that. Not stake. I'll finish the king staking and then end the stream. And stake will take amount and ID. Staked land ID. We don't need that. There are no requirements. And we basically pass along this and this. And we get building ID from stake. In a moment, I'll explain everything. Oh yeah, exactly. And if building ID is not equal to 0, we will say that village upgrade building ID and ID. Wait, the other way around. Oh shit, my bad. Let me get something. I need this. Okay, staked land ID and building ID. That was fast. Okay, so may I have your attention, please? I want to explain this part and we're done for today. Yeah, so basically, when the stake happens for king, which upgrades a building, it takes in amount and ID. This is passed to the stake, and we don't know what's happening on the stake. We just know that if the building should be upgraded, it will return the building ID. And when it does happen, so building ID is being returned, then we check if it's not 0. And if it's not 0, it means that there is some value and we should upgrade this building. Also, just thought of that, I need to check if the stake completed. So unlocked tiers. Yeah, that's a second condition. Yeah, so when there is a building ID, we just take the staked land and we upgrade the building there. And all the necessary checks for upgrading, so max level and required building, are all checked in the upgrade building. And if anything goes wrong, everything gets reverted, basically. And that's Chriserus for you, my viewers, my over 100 viewers, not viewers, but followers, viewers, 7 OGs. So yeah, thanks for tuning in again. Yeah, really appreciate you being here, and see you next time. Cheers.